CKLW, AM 800, the music of your life, in conjunction with Trillium Cable TV, proudly presents the CKLW Showcase.
Hi, I'm Jim Davis, and welcome to CKLW Showcase. It's our opportunity to showcase the fine talent here in the Windsor area. And, of course, right now we have one of the best. Call him Clayton Moore. If you haven't heard him, you've got to. And you're about to, as CKLW presents Clayton Moore. So fortunate to be spending some time with Clayton Moore. No mask, just a musician. In fact, darn fine musician. It was funny. He was kind of warming up, and it's kind of early in the morning for a musician. Actually, anything before sundown is early for a musician.
At least. I always say good morning to everybody around 3 to 5.
And people were coming in from all over Trillium Cables. Who is that? You know, they want to watch when it comes on. So us too. Oh. Let's start at the beginning. You're from Spring Hill, Nova Scotia.
That's right.
And you even had a musical beginning. Anne Murray's father delivered you.
That's right. He's quite a man himself. I know Anne is very famous, but Dr. Murray is a hero in his own way, because we had some mine disasters in my hometown, coal mine disasters, sure. And he led up the hospital operations. And so in our hometown, he's a hero himself.
That's right. You delivered a number of your kids?
That's right. My twin daughters.
Twin daughters. Terrific. Growing up in Spring Hill, in a musical family, your father had a band?
Yep.
And that's how, that's kind of how you got your start, wasn't it, as far as performing in front of people?
My father had me up on the piano stool singing and stuff like that, and his whole family, they're all singers, and they'd go around the county to churches and so on, and they would sing so loud they'd have to invite them into the choir. So we kind of spent our Sundays going from one uncle's house to the other, and we'd do our thing around the piano all the time, so I grew up with the singing. Having grown up in my part in an urban area, used to do barn dances. Yep. I bet that was fun. Sure was. They'd just make a hardwood floor, and we'd have an old piano and banjo on the fiddle. Off before the no, the cattle were out grazing, I guess, but it was a lot of fun, and I think they still do that in the Maritimes. They have a real nice hardwood floor, and a whole bunch of people come, and when they do square sets down there, they get in one big circle, maybe 80 or 100 people in the circle, and the whole bunch come in this way and then this way. It's quite a thing to see. Yeah. Well, you know, Windsor is a long way from Spring Hill, Nova Scotia. You moved to the Windsor area with, at that time, I think it was a rock band? Yeah. I played with a band down home, and we kind of really liked what we were doing, but we could only get a job now and then on the weekends, or we'd rent our own hall or something like that, and so we decided to come up to Ontario, and maybe we could work full-time at music, and so the whole band came with me. And a couple of guys went home a little later on, because we Maritimers get homesick now and then, but three of us stayed. There's still three of us up here.
You ran into a fellow named Don Vargo while you were here.
Yeah, we were traveling around Ontario with that band. We were called Soundtrack at the time. But this fellow from Detroit heard about us, came over to see us play, and he owned a very popular little spot in Dearborn.
Moby Dick.
Yeah, Moby Dick, and it was a great spot, especially in *68 and '69. That's when the Red Wings were going high, and they used to all be in there, Gary Younger and Peter Mahovlich and Stemkowski and all those guys. So they'd all come and see us play. But anyway, he really got to like our band, and we got a recording contract through him. And
AFCO Embassy.
Yeah,
sure.
Right.
Worked with a country swing band.
Yeah.
And a very famous musician who was Fiddler of the Year, I understand.
Actually, his name was Johnny Moore, again from Spring Hill. He managed to win the North American Championship 3 times in a row. As far as I know, he's the only fiddler that's ever done that. That takes place in Shelburne, Ontario, once a year. But people come from all over the United States, and anybody into old-time fiddling. Yeah. So, but he played some jazz, played the old country swing music and polkas and everything, so it was a great experience for me, you know.
Well, you had a tremendous background in music. I mean, from singing with your uncles and your family and your father in the band. and going into a country band, into a rock band,
Yeah.
and now you're playing more dance-style music.
Yeah, well, I guess I've combined all my experience from throughout the years that I've played, which is a long time. So I've just put it all together, and more or less I have fun, more so fun than trying to be perfect or something like that. And I just have fun with the audiences, and I play every day at a different Legion in the city. We have seniors and retirees parties at all the branches, 143, 255, 594, and so on. So we have afternoon things from 3 to 7. We have a little lunch, and I play all the music, and they sing along and dance, and we're getting numbers in 300 and 400s.
Oh, that's true.
And I'm having fun with everybody.
What are the most requested songs?
Believe it or not, they like the peppy ones. I'm sometimes a little too slow for these seniors, but they like the old standards that they've always liked. But you can also throw in a little bit of rock and roll for them because they like to shake it up a bit. Please Release Me, Blue Spanish Eyes, and some of that type of songs, like maybe Your Cheating Heart. Those kind of songs are always standards, and if you have trouble getting them on the floor, they'll come up with that kind of a song. But once you get them there, away they go.
What about your favorite style of music?
Well, I guess because of what I've done again, I kind of learned to like it all. I thought I had if I write a few songs, I might like those, I guess, but I really do like it all. And for some entertainers, it's hard maybe to play, some waltzes, the old songs, and, if it's not a rock and roll song or whatever kind of music they play, or jazz or whatever, they may not like to do it, but I do. So I just have fun with it all.
It's funny, too, the way the music has evolved, that you were pretty much self-contained. If I was not sitting in here listening to you, I would think you had an entire combo with you. It's amazing how electronics has changed music.
Yes. The thing about the equipment that I use, I have some sources. Just like if you had a home organ, for instance, like you have all these buttons to bring up certain sounds, organ and then piano, trumpets, whatever. Well, I have all that with some boxes. And the reason for the boxes is that I can pack them up and carry them out the door. You see, well, you couldn't do that with a big Hammond organ or something.
Musicians are funny about being packed up and put into boxes.
Yeah.
Unless it's very late, then they don't mind at all.
Yeah, that's where you find us later on, looking for a place for a coffee or a beer later on, eh?
Perhaps a little adult beverage wouldn't hurt.
Yes, maybe. And a place to play some more music.
Yeah. Clayton Moore, where do you go from here? What would you like to do down the road?
I'm kind of working on helping some other people, and I have a lot of guests. As a matter of fact, I have a fiddler. His name is Alfred Reynolds.
I'm sorry, I thought you said you had a lot of guests.
Guests. I'm sorry, guest entertainers. I consider myself a single act, but I have guests. And I have a saxophone player, and I have a young fellow named Mikey Rose who's doing Elvis impersonations with me, and a fiddler, Alfred Reynolds. He's a senior, 82 years old. He plays, and other people in town too. And I'm doing that, and I'm also trying to do a little more of what I'm doing now with the seniors. I'm trying to put some packages together where I can maybe put my own sing-along book together and have that to work with. Because every time I go to a Christmas party or an Irish party, they hand you a book, but nobody knows the songs, maybe 1 or 2 out of the 100. So I'm putting my own little book together so we can do a little more sing-along stuff. And I'm just going to keep working at the business and be happy.
Well, thank you so much for being with us on CKLW Showcase, and I know the people have enjoyed the music, and you're quite a talented man.
Thank you very much.
Okay. You ever get back to Spring Hill?
Oh, yes, I go. I went last year. My mother still lives there. She's 87, and I have a brother there. My mother still loves to get out to hear me play, so if I don't come home and play for her birthday parties, I'm in trouble still.
Yeah. Well, thanks a lot. I really appreciate you being here.
Thank you.